This is M106 to West End Avenue. Next stop, East 105th Street and FDR Drive. This stop is East 105th Street and FDR Drive. Next stop, East 105th Street and 1st Avenue. This stop is East 105th Street and 1st Avenue. Next stop, East 106th Street and 1st Avenue. Transfers available to M15 and M15 SBS. This stop is East 106th Street and 1st Avenue. Next stop, East 106th Street and 2nd Avenue. Transfers available to M15 and M15 SBS. This stop is East 106th Street and 2nd Avenue. Next stop, East 106th Street and 3rd Avenue. Transfers available to M101 Limited, M102, M103, and M96 Limited. This stop is East 106th Street and 3rd Avenue. Next stop, East 106th Street and Lexington Avenue. Transfers available to M101 Limited, M102, M103, and M98 Limited. This stop is East 106th Street and Lexington Avenue. Next stop, East 106th Street and Madison Avenue. Transfers available to M1, M1 Limited, M2 Limited, M3, and M4 Limited. This stop is East 106th Street and Madison Avenue. Next stop, 5th Avenue and East 106th Street. Transfers available to M1 Limited, M2 Limited, M3, and M4 Limited. This stop is 5th Avenue and East 106th Street. Next stop, 5th Avenue and East 104th Street. This stop is 5th Avenue and East 104th Street. Next stop, 5th Avenue and East 102nd Street. This stop is 5th Avenue and East 102nd Street. Next stop, 5th Avenue and East 98th Street. Transfers available to M1 Limited, M2 Limited, M3, M4 Limited, and M96 Crosstown Bus. This stop is 5th Avenue and East 98th Street. Next stop, Central Park West and West 97th Street. Transfers available to M10, M96, B and C trains. This stop is Central Park West and West 97th Street. Next stop, West 96th Street and Columbus Avenue. Transfers available to M7 and M11. This stop is West 96th Street and Columbus Avenue. Next stop, West 96th Street and Amsterdam Avenue. Transfers available to M7 and M11. This stop is West 96th Street and Amsterdam Avenue. Next stop, West 96th Street and Broadway. Transfers available to M104, 1, 2 and 3 trains. This stop is West 96th Street and Broadway. Next stop, West 97th Street and West End Avenue. This stop is West 97th Street and West End Avenue. Next and final stop, West 96th Street and West End Avenue. This stop is West 96th Street and West End Avenue. Attention passengers, all exit the bus so this bus can be cleaned and get moving again. Thank you for riding MTA New York City Transit.